Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's second mindfulness session with Janie Egan. My name is Haley Bekos, and I'm so excited to see everyone at the 2020 Love Conference. This conference is hosted by the Office of Leadership Development, sponsored by Xfinity and Coca-Cola, and in partnership with the Wellness Resource Center and Career Center. I'm very pleased to welcome Janie Egan from Temple's Wellness Resource Center. I'm going to hand this over to Janie to introduce herself.
Hi there. I'm Janie. I'm the Mental Wellbeing Program Coordinator with the Wellness Resource Center, and really happy to be providing another guided mindfulness practice during the Love Conference. Just to give folks some info in case they haven't participated in any of my previous sessions, but the Wellness Resource Center is Temple's Health Promotion Office, and we provide lots of opportunities for students to engage in wellness content. You can follow us on social media at BeWellToYou to stay up to date on all we have to offer, as well as tips and resources, things like that. So today I wanted to offer a mindfulness practice that will help us work with thoughts. Our brains think, this is what they do, and this can be overwhelming at times. Our thoughts can kind of get carried away and can prevent us from being fully present in the moment. And so we're going to practice working with that today. As with any guided mindfulness practice, if your experience becomes too intense or overwhelming, you can stop. You can, if you have your eyes closed at any point, you can open them, you can move around, you can take a break. Whatever is most supportive to you. So that's really the purpose of any mindfulness practice, is that it's supposed to be supportive to us in some way. So as with other guided practices, I will be giving some instructions about how to work through this exercise. I do encourage folks to be in a comfortable position, one where you won't be interrupted. During the course of the 10 to 15 minutes we'll be practicing, if that's possible. You can be sitting like I'm sitting right now. You could be standing, you could be laying down. I would recommend some kind of stationary position for this practice. Just it may be most helpful that way. So I'll share a bit about what we're going to be doing during this practice, and then we can get started. So as I mentioned, thoughts can be problematic because they may create worry or stress or anxiety that may not be based in accuracy. So our thoughts may not always be accurate, and practicing noticing thoughts is a helpful process for us to put some space between ourselves and the thoughts we have. So this is what we'll be practicing today. And we'll do this by labeling thoughts. So, and of course I'll give you guidance, but whenever you notice that you've had a thought, you would just say to yourself in your head, thinking. You can also choose to use other labels, maybe planning, maybe remembering or wanting. And these labels can be helpful, but know that if it feels like you're working hard to find a label, then just go with thinking. We don't need to get more specific than that. Sometimes people find it helpful to use labels like past, if thoughts of the past are coming up, or future, if thoughts of the future are coming up. So really it's about finding what labels work for you. But again, if it seems like you're spending a lot of time trying to think of what a thought's label should be, then just go with thinking. Yeah, so this practice is really all about honing our ability to notice thoughts. Sometimes they can just happen and it may be difficult to notice them. And so that might come up. This may be a somewhat challenging exercise, but the more that we do it, the easier it becomes. So now we can move into the practice and getting ready, getting set up for that. So I would again recommend that you come to a comfortable position. Many people do like to sit, so maybe that means feet on the floor, hands in the lap, straight back. You want to be comfortable and yet still alert. So some position where you feel at ease and yet still energized in some way. Because we will be putting in some mental energy and the posture can be helpful. So once you find whatever position that means for you, I invite you to close your eyes. You can also keep them open, maybe having a soft gaze a few feet in front of you. Knowing that, again, if your experience becomes too intense at any point, you can always open them, take a pause. And let's begin by taking a moment to notice the feeling of your feet, maybe resting against the floor or any other points of contact with whatever is supporting you. Could be the couch, could be the floor, chair. Getting grounded in our bodies for a moment. Perhaps inviting any tension in the body to soften if it wants to. And if not, that's okay too. Now, when you feel ready, allow your attention to gently settle on your breath. Finding a place in your body where you can most easily feel sensations of breath moving in and out. Maybe that's the upper lip, back of the throat, rise and fall of the chest or abdomen. Not trying to change the breath, just observing it as it is naturally. Watching the breath with curiosity on the inhale and watching the breath with a sense of warmth and patience on the exhale. When you notice that your mind has wandered, which it may have, see if you can briefly observe the thoughts without judging them, perhaps labeling them, thinking, and then gently let them go, returning your awareness to sensations of your breath or to your body, some anchor to the present moment experience. Remember to bring a warm, kind curiosity to yourself during this practice. Knowing that it's only natural for thoughts to come up. Again, when your mind has wandered, practice noticing that thoughts are arising. Try attaching a very gentle label to the thoughts as they arise. Silently noting to yourself, thinking, planning, or judging, or some other label that feels right. And then gently let them go. Returning your attention to the breath, to some anchor to the present moment. And if you're lost in thought, notice that, label it, and gently return your attention to sensations of your breath. Noticing the breath, noticing the rise and fall as it moves in and out of your body. Letting the breath or your body be your anchor to your present moment experience. Where are your thoughts now? Can you notice and accept each thought? Letting it pass through your mind without clinging to it or judging it. Just noticing the fact that thoughts are arising. Choosing not to focus on the content of the thought, but just that it has come up. Now you can release the effort that you've been putting into labeling thoughts. Simply focusing on the breath, points of contact of your body with whatever is supporting you. Perhaps noticing anything else that might be in the room with you, sounds, other sensations like temperature, easing your attention back into your surroundings. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Maybe if a stretch or some shifting feels good, you can invite any of that. So I'm so grateful to have had this time to practice with you. And I hope that mindfulness is a supportive skill as we all navigate the rest of 2020, which has been a difficult year for many of us. So I hope that this is a useful skill, and you can always come back to this kind of practice, especially if thoughts are becoming, more of an issue for folks. So I want to thank you again. I'm grateful for your time and your energy, and I hope that you enjoyed this mindfulness practice. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Janie, for this wonderful mindfulness session. And thank you to everyone who tuned in today. I hope you all have a wonderful day.